Good evening, afternoon, or night, AXOLOTS. For legal reasons, I don't know where you live. Pardon my voice, I am very sick right now. So, it finally happened. 12-year-old me's biggest dream after watching 3 series of anime and thinking that I was the main character of everyone's lives. I went to Japan! Huzzah! I feel like this is a milestone in every YouTuber's life. There have been so many Japan vlogs out there, and for good reason. Tokyo is basically Cocomelon for the dopamine-deprived folks like me. So without any further ado, let me take you through the trip with me. So we start off with me reuniting with my brother who was shipped off to the USA for studies previously. The first difference I noticed already was how pretty Japanese currency was. Like, look at it, making a nice backdrop for my oddly shaped pom-pom-purin plushie I brought on the trip with me. The plan was to take a picture of him at every stage of the travel because I am unoriginal and saw this trend on Pinterest. Anyways, love feet. And before you knew it, it was finally the day of the flight. Here I awake as majestic as Sleeping Beauty, a delicate blossom at dawn. Here is the airport fit. We're going with a big sweater with desaturated rainbow stripes. I feel like I'm wrapped in a giant fruit roll-up. It's amazing. And you might be asking, oh Feline, you are so cool and the best YouTuber ever. Anyways, where did you get that sweater from? Well, the answer is simple. Hello, fellas. You know the music, you know the outfit. It's Businessman File here, back again to let you know that this video is sponsored by Fashion Chingu. Fashion Chingu is an e-commerce shop that offers a wide variety of outfits. Why are they special, you ask? Well, Fashion Chingu specializes in creating outfits that are similar to the ones that have been worn by K-pop idols as well as in K-dramas. Here I'm wearing some of the outfits I've chosen from their store. They are all of great quality and make me feel like I'm about to go viral for flipping my hair. They've got coats, they've got jackets, they've got dresses, more jeans than I can even count, even accessories such as hats, jewelry, and bags. You all know I've gotten clothes from Fashion Chingu frequently, and yet I still get to choose something new that I like each time. So what are you waiting for? Spice up your closet on a budget today using my code FELINESUNTAN for 10% off your purchase. Thank you Fashion Chingu for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the train wreck. Anyways, back to the trip. Here I am doing fuck all because I have younger sibling privileges. To this day, I have no idea how to navigate airports. Like, how do people just know where everything is? You're telling me I'm supposed to read? What an outrage! I am making ooh-ah faces as my brother does everything because I want to feel included as well. Soon he had to leave with my dad to handle the check-in shenanigans, so I was left to figure out how to put the luggage in with my expert Tetris skills.
可以了，不要一接然后滑掉，不要贴上去，贴上去。可以啊。
After some breakfast and some more walking, we were officially about to board the plane.
把风给它亮一点，
Suddenly, disaster struck. After we had gotten all comfy on our seats with my family sitting in a row, the attendant came up to my mom and told her that we had to move because the back of her seat was broken. He was just gonna move my mom at first, but after knowing we were all together, he moved all 3 of us also to the middle aisle. Truly the worst of all aisles. Unless a specific situation happened where we had to go through a giant toilet roll in the middle of the sky. I still wanted the window seat though, because I wanted to lie my head on the walls and look out as if I was in a music video, so I dipped afterwards. Here I entertained myself with what was truly the epitome of cinema, a masterpiece that has forever changed the world of production and made an impact on all future director choices. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. I did some light drawing while the movie played, and after nearly finishing the piece, the artist's power of refusing to commit to anything struck me in the head and I went back to sleep. When I awoke though, I watched yet another cinematic masterpiece, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. 7 hours later, we were finally at Tokyo, and we instantly got lost. Yeah, it was a mess. We were stuck there for probably over an hour because we couldn't figure out where to go to get the car. to go to our Airbnb. We went to the front of the airport, we asked the dude there, he directed us to like the other side of the airport, and when we went there, the people there told us to go back to where we originally were. And this happened like 3 times. But we got there in the end. This just goes to show you that no matter what challenges lie ahead, there is always the sun after the storm. And we got locked out the Airbnb. So basically, the owner told us to input a code into the code thing, and that was the only instruction we got to open the door. So we just put the code in and kept trying to yank the door open. At one point, we opened the code box itself, panicked, and then slammed it back shut. As it turns out, the code was to open the code box. And inside was a key. We did not see that key when we opened the box the first time. We literally opened it, saw that there was no wires attached inside, but we just closed it back up. I guess we all just assumed that technology in Japan had become so advanced that all wiring was now telepathic for door locks. Yeah, we would not survive a Jigsaw movie. Anyways, I was starving at this point. It was like 3 AM at night and I hadn't eaten since 3 PM. So we did some late night adventuring to the local 7-Eleven there. Even the little guy on the pedestrian traffic light was different. In Malaysia, it always shows you the countdown in numbers, but here it was 2 bars going down, which was pretty cool. My dumbass just thought it constantly meant we had 11 seconds. We swept through the 7-Eleven, grabbing more food than you can imagine. I found some ice creams that I've never seen in typical stores in Malaysia before, especially the ones that come in cones. There was stuff I've never heard of, like cheese and cod. How do people think of such combinations? But I didn't have time to investigate that. The perils of starvation were closing in on me. I had to feast, and feast I did, while the rest of my family ate small snacks such as onigiri. Huh? I had a whole plate of paschetti. I think this might be my favorite 7-Eleven meal in Japan of all time. I am craving it right now as we speak. The sauce, delicious. The noodle texture, perfection. The prawns, fresh and tasty. Finally, it was time to sleep. Usually it takes me about 5 AO3 bedtime stories to pass out, but I was so exhausted from the airport Indiana Jones mission that I just knocked out instantly. I'm so sleepy. And after 4 hours of sleep, it was time to get up and going. I was so excited that I didn't even spend 20 minutes getting mentally prepared to get up. I just jumped out of bed right away to get ready.
那种如果你有老鼠在你的学校，你就 call 那些 exterminator 过来。
I need to tell you guys this. If you ever go to Japan and stumble upon the 7-Eleven, get their gyoza. It is so good, like this might be the best gyoza I've ever had. And it's from a convenience store. This was my fit for the day. We were going to a temple, so I decided to wear something that was longer, you know, more modest. I kinda ended up looking like a little pilot boy. Also, my hair is setting me up because what is this random gravity-defying strand, hello? Like, is that my Wi-Fi antenna?
Okay.
After my family was finished laughing at my hair apparel, off we went to the train station. Honestly, for the first day in Japan, I have never been more stressed than on a train. You see, me and my family, we are a bunch of yappers. My dad naturally has the volume of a mammoth, my mom whispers via shouting in a raspy tone, and I just never stop yapping. Apparently, that's why I became a YouTuber. I've always got shit to say, it's a problem. But I've gone through a lot of articles on how to be a respectful tourist in Japan, and I noticed the majority of them tells you to be quiet on public transport, which makes sense. So every time we were squished in there, I just held my breath. My mom tried asking what stop we were getting off, and my brother resorted to using hand gestures. Eventually, after a few stops, we reached Yoyoga, where we visited Meiji Jingu. I'm so sorry for butchering that. It was lovely. Like, guys, I hate to admit it, but I think I'm starting to warm up on green. Like, who knew the color that symbolized life was not completely ugly? Okay, you guys win! We followed instructions on how to make the prayers properly. My mom got to write some wishes on the envelope and hand it in. I saw this insanely well-drawn wish on this plaque.
I understand this perfectly.
英文啦，英文。
I mean 这个不是英文来的，那个是
It was a nice place to stroll around, that's for sure. We then walked on over to Harajuku, somewhere 12-year-old me was obsessed with because I really liked the alt fashion that came from there.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I wish we came to Japan when I was 12. I think I would have been so much more excited then that I would have thrown up. But then again, I definitely would have embarrassed myself because I used to proudly label myself a weeb and I joined anime roleplay servers. So maybe this is a good thing. This was an exciting moment for me because we went to the Pom Pom Purin Cafe. Yes! If you didn't know, Purin is my favorite Sanrio character. I have fought multiple people over the popularity votes just for him. My pajamas are Purin. I have a Purin shrine. My phone case is Purin. My plushies are Purin. He's just so shapeless and endearing. The line for the cafe was pretty long, so we did some shopping nearby while we waited for our turn. I got some cute zipper-like earrings, which I am in love with. Let's go! Saw a pin that looked like my crusty white dog and got some matcha ice cream.
What, that's it?
What is it? Also, the worker in the store, he was super cute. I forgot how to speak. My brother had to order for us. During this, there was an American couple next to me that came in and started arguing, so that was great entertainment while we finished our ice cream. Thank you to couples that fight in public. You guys are like the equivalent of a Netflix show during prehistoric eras. Finally, it was our turn for the Purin Cafe. All the waitresses there were dressed super cute, by the way. I love working there just for the uniforms. Every detail was amazing, down to the little bell you can use to call the waitresses and the Purin butt chairs. One of the waitresses was so astoundingly gorgeous that I once again could not talk and my brother had to order for me. After ordering our food, I went to venture around the place before I was greeted by this army of big round yellow dogs. They probably could smother you to death by just rolling on you. So many of them had been deformed via butts. What a truly tragic life to live. But after a few minutes, our food arrived. I got the sundae and the soda in my favorite flavor, blue. This is so adorable, guys. The power of aesthetics is unreal. Look at this little dude, he's so cute. He's just sitting there like he's so proud of this dessert and he can't wait for you to try it. He's been lobotomized. I can't really rate the food there because all I really got besides drinks was the sundae. So I'd say that's a 6 out of 10, you know. The ice cream is great, but I'm not a big fan of whipping cream in general, so it's a biased rating. If you love whipping cream though, definitely try ordering it. There were a few sketchbooks at the site for visitors to draw Purin in, and this one was a particular favorite of mine.
Oh, I got something in my eye.
Of course, I had to draw one as representation of my country. Let's go! Malaysia! Ah! Cinta akan negara! Ah! I even put a little humanoid version too. Before we left, I got this fat fuck as a souvenir. Look at him in his little clothes. Oh my god. I love it so much. We did a bit of shopping afterward, and I found the clothes that were on 13-year-old me's Pinterest boards. I tried on this oversized hoodie, but we didn't end up getting it because it was just too big for me. As for the other clothes, they were so cute, but I couldn't see myself wearing it in Malaysia to lectures, so it was just nice to admire from afar. While we are on this note, I just want to add, a lot of girls in Tokyo are so good at makeup. Like, they are already super pretty, don't get me wrong. But you gotta admire the makeup skills. The workers at these kind of outfit stores look like they just came out of a TikTok video filter or a Pinterest photo. I can't see a single pore. They look drawn. After looking at the clothes, I returned to my father only to find him holding the longest roll of potatoes I have ever seen in my life. This thing is probably structurally sound enough to build the Eiffel Tower with, and it tasted so good. The name was Long Longer Longest, and it was very hard to stay mature when you see that plastered everywhere. Also, just another side thing I noticed, pigeons in Tokyo are very chill. Like, I don't think I've seen a single one fly yet. They just walk next to people like they own the street. These ones just straight up followed me for a bit as I declared myself the pigeon whisperer. We then arrived at the Shibuya crossing. The first time I've ever seen this was when I was really young watching PewDiePie's Japan vlog. I never imagined I'd actually see it in real life. At the time, I thought if I was there, I'd definitely just get crushed like an ant. Like, I have no survival skills, I just let the crowd take me. I got this Snoopy shirt while we were there, love me a Snoopy, and then we queued up for some katsudon. Due to the 4 hours of sleep and my jelly-like bone structure, all my battery had run out and I was basically working on autopilot at this point. The food was smacking though, it tasted so good. We then went to the mall, saw a giant Pokemon store. I tried desperately to convince my brother to buy this Ditto for me with the power of guilt tripping. It did not work. I never really watched Pokemon or played any of the games growing up, so I was just there for the vibes. At first we went to Nintendo because I finally let the demons overtake me by deciding to get a Switch. I've been putting it off since lockdown when everyone was flexing their Animal Crossing houses because I told myself I didn't care. But I did care. I did. I too want to beat up that raccoon. But in the end, we didn't get one because get this, they only had the OLED Switch and there were only 2 color options left for it. Green? Or darker green. I must be cursed after making that video years ago, guys. There is no other explanation how this keeps happening. We also walked around this giant stationery store, which had the best sticker I have ever seen in my life. I bought a bunch of sticker sheets to decorate stuff with, and I'm very excited to say that AXOLOTS are now popular enough to be regularly included in sea-themed sticker packs. Look at it, it's like an overgrown shrimp. I'm glad that despite being 20 and having my own money, I still automatically ask my parents for permission to buy stuff. Because if you left me alone with a stack of cash, I think I would go insane. Like, look at these stamps. Do I need them? Absolutely not. Do I even journal? Nope. Will I ever look at them again after buying them? No way! Do I still have a deep yearning to purchase all of them? Yes, I do. I think about them to this day solely because I did not buy them. Afterwards, we got the train station to go back, and you know how when you see your train is there, but by the time it comes into your field of vision, you're still a couple meters away and the door's already open, and then you're left with the great decision to make. Do you start running in hopes to make it, and then face the embarrassment of it shutting right before your face and zooming off? Or do you walk slowly, having given up on breathing before even attempting to surface the tide? We saw that the doors were already open. He rushed inside, standing still as he glanced back at me. I knew our parents were still a good 10 seconds away, and there was no way we were making it into those doors on time. So as he stared at me through the windows of the closing doors, all I could do was wave by and then laugh at him as he got zoomed off. Aha! We lost our brother in Japan. Woo! It's okay, he got off the next stop to hop in the same train as us. Don't ask me what he was thinking, okay? It was so obvious there was no time for our parents to get on the train before it closed. I just chose the wise option of abandoning him in there. After we finally got home, did you think I was done with food? No, of course not. The katsudon was filling, but it was already 4 hours ago. I am in need of more fuel. So you know where we went? That's right. Right back to 7-Eleven. And since I got the touch of the Nero detergent to me, I literally just get the same food every single time. My brother gave me a mission to find snacks that weren't common in Malaysia, so there I went, the basket in hand.
Yeah, but the only word I understand is big and then everything else 好像很 intense 这样子，你要去 wrestling， 你要读书。
Another favorite of mine is the miso clam soup. That tasted good. This is again the yummiest spaghetti I got. My mom got the chicken there to add with her salad, and guys, this chicken was so good. It was so tender for being something frozen. We were astonished. I gobbled down my meal within minutes. Nothing could satiate a university student's appetite when their parents finally come to see them again. I also had this jelly that had mandarin slices inside. It tasted amazing. And then my nose started bleeding. Yeah, fun times. I love having the immune system of an earthworm. This is great. So that was it for my first day of Japan. I don't want this video to be too long, so let me know if you guys want a part 2 of our shenanigans. These include spending way too much money at Don Don Donki, nearly freezing to death, and trying to find Mount Fuji like we were in a Dora episode. Next video, I'm probably gonna be showing off all the stuff I got from Japan because I'm really excited for that. And trust me, there is a lot. I am a sheep to capitalism. The moment someone creates a somewhat cute, odd-shaped creature, it's over for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Love you! Bye! Surprise punch!